Thanks, Mark. Well, there's a few batsmen happy Glenn McGrath's not bowling anymore. He used to terrorise quicks, and Glenn, from memory, used to get Atherton out, Michael Atherton, often in series. And what we've seen in this particular series is Hashim Amla get out to Hazlewood every time. That's very rare, 5 out of 5. And we're just going to have a quick look at the mode of dismissals. I've got Ian Chappell with me. As a batsman, you start getting out to a bowler. It can be hard to stop it if he gets you a couple of times early on, but he's bowled so well to him.
He's bowled beautifully to Hashim Amla, gets him with one moving away there first up, and then he really puts some doubt in his mind by moving one back into him and knocking him over. What you don't want to be doing as a batsman, now that's a good example there. Have a look at that straight leg we've got. Have a look how straight that leg is, the front leg, and that's saying that your weight is back. You want that knee to be slightly bent so that your weight is going forward. So that's the one that really shows up there. And also, he's playing a long way away from that leg. You don't want your foot to be right close to the ball, but you need to be balanced. So the foot's got to be in the general direction of the ball. He's just throwing the hands at it there. The other thing is the adjustments that you make, they really need to be mental adjustments. You don't want to be adjusting where you're standing too much. I didn't like that, because you start doing what he's doing there, you move over to off stump, and you start playing at balls wide of off stump and nicking him like that. Yeah. So it's more a mental adjustment that you have to make rather than the physical adjustment.
Well, he scores a load of runs, and the technique does work for him a lot of the time. He goes bang, bang, and all his shots come from a very stationary position. But you've got to analyse your game. You've got to try and change things. He is a guy that at the end of the day apparently will go and look at tape and he'll change things up. And this is what we're going to show you now, from early in the innings, what he was doing to what he's changed up. So you see, if we just wind it back slightly, we just go back a little bit, he starts to move across the stumps. Ian, on the left is what he was doing in terms of, you can see off stump there, and then over on the right hand side you can start to see leg stumps. So what he was changing was getting across the stumps to try and change it up against Hazlewood, trying to come up with a different method.
Yeah, and that's fine to try and do some things, but as I say, if you start changing your position like he has there, and you'll find that he's playing at the ball much wider outside off stump in that case there. So that's not a good thing. The other thing that interests me is how bent that back knee is. Now that can be a problem, because with the bat coming down there, it can catch the pad and you don't get the bat around to hit the ball. So I think we probably all got out LBW when the bat catches in the pad. So Hazlewood has really got into the head of Amla and messed him around in this series.
Yeah, thank you, Ian, and kept him quiet. It'll be back to the drawing board for Amla. Next time he comes up against Hazlewood, we're all going to enjoy that battle. Back to you, Mark.